All right, so I really don't know how to like start this, right? So I'm just gonna say like, welcome to the podcast. Me and Sharif decided to launch. It's called The Average
Sure.
Bros, and it's kind of like a play on words. I wanted to do like average Joe, but like the average like gym bro. Cause like honestly, when I walk into a gym, I want to say like I'm just like the average bro. I'm not the most shredded or the biggest or like lift the heaviest, but like I feel like I can hold my own.
Hmm.
I've done it for a decent amount of time. I feel like I'm not no noob. Like I can like hold my own. Um,
Hmm.
and the reason behind this podcast also was like I wanted to give like gym bros or give like a little insight of like gym culture and like gym bros because I feel like sometimes we get like a bad rap. Sometimes you're just
Terrible
considered.
rep. It's
Yeah, man.
terrible.
Sometimes you're just considered like, oh, that's the guy that works out a lot. Oh, that's the guy that eats a lot. That's the guy that smells bad. Oh, that's just a big, big douchebag or whatever.
Hmm.
So yeah, man. That's kind of why I wanted to start it and just to give gym bros a little bit of a voice.
For sure.
So
For
yeah,
sure.
you want to
And I
introduce
agree.
yourself?
I agree. Like, I don't mind talking about anything, of course. And I really don't care how people see me. You know what I mean? Like, as long as they don't see me as a small guy, I'm fine. Kind of like see me as a big guy. Okay, get it. But
Yeah,
yeah, like gym bros. Honestly, in my opinion, they're some of the best people you will meet if you actually get to
honestly,
know them. But they're just so independent compared to other people that
yeah.
you won't meet them until you get close with them. That's the
Like
only time.
literally, like I can ask a dude for a spot. This happened to me a couple of times. I've asked like another gym dude for like a spot, and after my set, after my thing, he like dabs me up. He's like, "Hey, good shit," and we talked for
Yeah,
like
man,
five
there you
minutes,
go.
literally about anything.
About anything, it doesn't matter, about the next lift or what you could do better. I
Yeah.
tell you, as much as like that happens in the gym, it doesn't happen anywhere else. From my experience, at
No,
least.
I think it's just like the camaraderie. We're just guys trying to get at it, and have everything else like going in life too.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you want to talk about like how we met, how we became friends?
Well, the way we became friends was pretty weird because it was on the first day of classes, which is pretty weird. Because
Yeah.
I went to the gym. I only knew like two people at Trent, which is our university. Two people, that's it. And I went to the gym. I was just like, this is gonna be terrible. Everybody's gonna know each other or whatever. I'm gonna be like the first year at the gym. Going to like work out, and I had back, so I go, I deadlift, I do all the things that I wanted to do, and then. When you're in the gym, you gotta flex. You gotta admire your hard work. You gotta look at what you built. And I saw a guy named Jesse. I'm pretty sure you know Jesse, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he was
Dude,
flexing with me.
there was like all stars at the gym. Like the day that we first went, like there was
They were,
Jared,
they
there was
were.
Jake, there was E-Man, Jesse. Like that's a dangerous
Really good
squad,
day to go
man.
to the gym, man. That was
That's
a
a
really
dangerous
good day.
squad.
And I looked at you guys and I was like, all right, these guys are like fourth, third year, including you. I'm like, these guys are, get out of here. I don't belong there. So I had a quick pose or two. And then he comes up to me and he was like, yo, do you compete? I was like, what is this guy talking about? It's like, no, man, I don't compete. I just lift because it's fun. He's like, wow. When he told his buddies around him, them, Jake and Manuel and all those people, he told them around him, it's like, yo,
Yeah.
this guy's a first year. He didn't even compete in the list. They're gassing me up. So I was getting happy. And like after that was, like you said, 5 minute talk comes into good friendship. And from
Yeah.
there, I met you. You came up to me like your first year. I was like, your first year? Get the hell out of here. There's no way your first year. And
No, I went up to you because I was like, Jesus, you're a first year, like holy shit. Like I had the same thing, like holy shit. I thought you were, especially like you had the goatee, you had the hair, you had
I
everything
had this
going.
thing
I'm just like,
rocking,
holy shit. I was like,
Yeah,
holy
yeah,
shit, this guy's definitely like third, fourth year just doing his thing.
yeah. And then I heard like your first year. I was like, oh shit! Like I need to give this guy's first year see no more. I'm gonna see this guy around more. And from there, I just started in the gym every time, and then slowly, uh, like got closer from parties or seeing you outside.
Yeah,
When you share a common thing with each other, you become closer, kind of thing.
yeah.
And the gym is a community, and that's how it works.
Like not gonna lie, some of the best times were just like I guess they turned into like 3 hour gym sessions, but they weren't actually
Hmm.
like 3 hour balls. Like it
No,
was
no.
like an hour and a half balls to the wall, but then we would like chill. and like do stretch. I remember just chilling on a medicine ball bouncing. You'd be rolling out, and we'd just be talking.
Yeah,
You
we
know,
just be
like those were
talking.
good
Yeah,
times, man.
yeah, exactly. I
But I
thought
think it's also just like that camaraderie of like going to school together, going to university, and like
it's
I guess
pretty cool.
dealing with the obstacles, you know, just like of like I guess social life, school, but then also trying to still go into the gym and like
There was one time I was doing bad at a grade, a class. I didn't know what to do because I was studying. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to the gym. I go to the
yeah,
gym, get my workout in, and then I was able to go back home and then just get studying again. It's just a place that you go to feel safe because, like, at first when I started lifting, I thought everyone was judging. No one gives a
yeah,
like no one gives a shit about you. And like I'm saying that with the most respectful way.
yeah,
No one
yeah,
cares about you. They don't. Everybody's there for themselves. If you're better than them, they'll look at you,
yeah.
but then that's a good thing because you'll never be judged by a person that's doing better than you. Never.
hmm
You'll never see that. So
No, and that's one thing I wanted about this podcast too, because I don't know if you get this too, but just some of my buddies, they'll go like, "Oh, so you're like the gym guy. How do I get into the gym?" Or like, "I want to go into the gym, but I'm scared everyone's gonna look and judge me." Or I'm scared like I'm gonna see all these big, big buff dudes lifting heavyweight. I'm gonna be there turning 20, struggling, you know.
mm-hmm.
So like I always
we
just
were
tell
all
them.
there. We were all there. I was in the gym when I started lifting 10, 15 pounds, and I'm like, I felt good. I'm like 15, 10 pounds. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like they usually see everybody doing it. And just because
yeah,
somebody's doing 30, you can still look better than that person, right?
yeah,
It's competing with yourself. At first is impossible. You got to compete with others, right? You're gonna
yeah,
look at others because that's how you want to be. You're not there. Well, as you start progressing, you're gonna see how you're progressing, and you're gonna start liking different progress.
yeah.
You
I
know
think
what I
that's what
mean?
it is for some people too. They're impatient. They wanna look like the people they see on Instagram or the people they see at the gym in like a week. You know, they like, bro, I've been going hard for like a week, man. Like, how come I don't look like you?
I've
How
never
come?
seen any results. It's tough out here, man. It's tough, and there's nothing you could really tell them other than this time.
Yeah,
But like, even if you were to tell me, as I first started working out, you would tell me, "Yo, like, you're not gonna get anything." I would want to quit too, and I don't blame everybody that stops going to the gym. You can't blame them,
yeah.
right? You work hard, you go home tired. The next day you're sore, hurts, you can't even move sometimes.
No, the DOMs is
Why would you want to do
chill
that to yourself
when you
every
first
day, right?
start. Yeah,
Yeah, but you realize that once you stick it is, it's how bad you want it, right? How bad you want to change. And 1 second.
yeah, yeah.
My fault.
Now you're all good.
Okay. So what was I? Where was I?
You were like, oh, you want to change. You see the changes. You get
Yeah,
excited.
yeah, yeah. Okay. So change me when I was training. It took a full month. I was about to quit too. There's some days I didn't go. I didn't take it serious. I went like 3, sometimes even 2 times a week.
Mhm.
But then one day I went to the washroom at like 3 a.m. I remember it like it was yesterday. 3 a.m. Took a quick picture. I was like, oh my God, is that a muscle? You know what I mean? It's like you see your body change right in front of you through a
Yeah.
picture. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, this thing works. Like it
Mhm.
works. There's no more stopping me. And I'm going
Yeah.
balls to the walls. Like that much changed my perspective of lifting, of training. So now every time I lift, I remember that picture and I just push for that extra rep. And then
Oh wow, that's pretty cool. I never knew that.
yeah,
I think for me, it was just like I was a fat little kid growing up, so I wanted to get all the fat off, I wanted just to like, not be, I guess, like self-conscious about like how it looks and stuff. So then when I started putting on muscle, when I started losing some weight, I'm like, oh damn, I gotta keep grinding, I gotta keep doing this because it's really enjoyable.
it is
So
enjoyable.
yeah,
And I'd say if you reached consistent training from 3 to 6 times a week, for the first 6 months, just 6 months, 6 months fly by this quick.
yeah,
You know what I mean? If you really think about it. But in the moment, it is tough. But if you go 3 to 6 times a week, once you reach that 6 point and you eat right and you train hard and
yeah,
you don't train like a pussy like most people do. And I don't want to, like, I hate saying, well, people train like pussies. They tell me I'll go so hard. I go watch them. I'm like, what is this? You know what I mean? You could have added another
yeah.
30 pounds if you really wanted to, but they don't want it bad yet, which you can't blame them because, like,
No,
why
yeah,
would you want to go under like pain?
they don't
But
know their
six
limits
mark,
yet.
exactly. but you gotta test your limits. You'll never know your limits till you test them. 6 months in, if you pass that 6 months, I promise you, no matter who you are, you will not quit the gym.
Yeah.
Why is that? Because you don't want all that hard work and the results to go away.
No, yeah.
And that's gonna make you disciplined rather than motivated, which is
Make you
where I
hungry.
am. Oh
Makes
yeah,
you hungry. Yeah.
hungry.
So how's your progress been through 2020? Because I know honestly for me, like when 2020 started, like when we were still in university and still lifting, that was like the peak of my bulk. I felt like the biggest and strongest I ever was. Probably February was the best month ever, and then it all ended
Mhm.
up crashing down. So like, how did you stay consistent, or how did your 2020 go from
I
like
mean,
start to
you
finish?
remember me. You remember me around January, February. I was hitting PRs, man, left or
Yeah,
right, left
man.
or right. I was hitting PRs because I was bulking a little bit and was getting bigger. I wasn't like getting. I was getting bigger, but I had a lot of body fat on me. Just,
No, same.
but like it wasn't bad. Like you could still see a little bit of abs if you really wanted to. But like I was big. Like I was pretty proud of what progress I was making and stuff. And then I got sick in March. I got sick and I
Oh
was able
yeah,
to
I
work out
remember
for
that.
yeah. I wasn't able to work out for 3 weeks. And I've lost about 8 pounds in those 3 weeks because no eating, low water intake and everything. And then the pandemic happened. And once the pandemic happened, of course, training at home, eating less, because your appetite is very small when during the pandemic, especially for me.
Your metabolism
And
slows down. You're not burning through stuff as quick as you would.
you're not. And like I trained 2 hours. I wanted it bad, like I always
Mhm.
tell people I want it more than they do. No matter who you are, I want it more than you. And that's in my head stuck every time. Like every time
Yeah.
I'm in the gym, you can't outtrain me. You can lift heavier than me, but you won't outtrain me. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And that's the mindset that you have to have in order to be better than everyone. But you don't be cocky about it. It's more that's your mindset. You know what I mean? I don't have to go up
Be
to you.
proud about it. Be proud about the
Be
work you put
proud,
in.
yeah. But if
I
you're
think that
proud, there's
kind of
always somebody bigger than you.
yeah.
Always somebody stronger than you. Always somebody looks better than you. There's nothing you could do. But
Yeah.
in your head, be like, I am the best.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's like being
You
that
know what I
proud
mean?
but not satisfied. Like you're happy of what you accomplished, but you're
Yes.
not satisfied with like
But you're not satisfied
you
at
with what
all.
you are now, you know?
Exactly, man. I mean, you would already know because you've been lifting, so you know the mindset of a
Yeah.
of a gym person, right? And it's like my progress, like it went. I was training hard. I was going crazy. My diet wasn't the best, but I was trying my best. And
It's probably the best for a university kid, to be honest.
yeah, it is.
For like an
But
18-year-old, yeah.
body weight and lifting heavy weight is not the same whatsoever. So
No.
I lost about 15 pounds.
Really?
And you see my pictures on Instagram, some of them. You saw how much muscle I lost. It was depressive. Like like I go to the gym. I used to go to the gym 7 times a week, and just to see all of that getting striped away
Yeah.
without like you would work out, yet it will still go away. You would eat, yet it will still go away. It was depressing. It was hard. It was like there's nothing I could do. And there's moments like the last month I quit. That's how bad it was before
Mm.
the gyms opened. And then the gyms opened. I went of course hard again. It was very not motivating, but I knew I was get back where I was. And then I
It
started
felt
riding a
good
motorcycle.
it felt good getting that blood back into the muscles. Those first
Oh, it
couple
feels
workouts,
amazing, man.
yeah, those first couple workouts when they first opened up, they felt killer.
Yeah, it feels amazing. Oh my god. Get another call. Give me a second, man.
You're all good. You're all good.
Okay.
So you started
Sorry
riding
about that.
motorcycles towards the end of the summer, or you still ride them?
I got at the beginning of summer.
Okay, okay.
And like middle of July. And
Yeah.
I was riding and sadly I fell. I took the risk. I
Yeah.
paid for it. And then I injured my shoulder. And so I
Yeah.
had to stop lifting for a full month
So
and
you
a
already
half.
had shoulder problems, right? Like you had some
Yes,
kind of shoulder pain.
yes. I already had the shoulder problem right here, from overtraining, which, I would even go back. I'm happy I hurt myself because it made my training smarter. It made me like choose the right exercises. and not play it dumb.
Mhm.
Because once you get injured once, man, you don't want to be injured again. And then a month after that motorcycle injury, I just came back. I put my head down. Some things went bad in life, you know. A girl broke your heart, which is what happened sadly. Things
Yeah.
like work wasn't going well. So everything was going down, but the gym was up.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
I think
And
one
what that
thing
made
I've
me
heard, I heard Brian Martin say it's like 100 pounds always 100 pounds. You know, weight's always gonna be weight. You know,
wait and be
like
wait, man.
you can be rich, you can be poor, you can have girls, you can go through a tough time or whatever. But weight's always gonna be weight, and it's always gonna be there for you to lift. You know.
And it will never I can leave for 2-3 years and come back. If no one touched that dumbbell or is in the gym, the dumbbell is gonna be there.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Where vice versa for a person, that's not the case. And it's
Yeah.
for anything, it's not the case. And it's just it's just something that keeps me going every day, you know. And like right now it's like I'm trying to cut. Like I'm cutting is going pretty good. I'm
Yeah.
going really good actually, better than I expected it. But I'm not motivated. And like I don't tell people that because like that
Hmm.
sounds pretty bad, right? But if you have motivation 24/7, when you're down bad in any situation, you're gonna stop working out. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So you're not gonna be disciplined, which what makes a difference between a person that is successful, a person that is not successful.
I
You
think
know what I
there's like a
mean?
difference, but I think there's a difference between like motivation and drive, because like motivation can be high, motivation can be low, but you still need
Mm-hmm.
that drive and that passion to do it. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
I can watch all the amazing motivation fitness YouTube videos I want,
Mm-hmm.
but if I don't go to the gym and like perform and have that passion and drive to push myself, that's
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of useless. You know, so I
Yeah,
think
but
you can be at like low motivational points, but if you have
mhm,
that drive to pick yourself up, then you're still fine.
I agree 100%. The thing is with drive, your drive changes with situations, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because when you go to the gym, your priority is what's your priority? If I ask you, what's your priority? Why do you go to the gym?
Why do I
Why?
go to the gym?
Why?
Confidence, build muscle, same type of thing,
Okay,
Um,
you build confidence, you build muscle, you feel good.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Now I take somebody that you really love out of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That drive is not gonna be there because that's not your priority anymore. That's not your thoughts throughout the day anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter how much drive you had, that's not gonna be there for the next bit.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna stop working out?
No,
No. If anything, it's gonna be
because
very hard to get there. But once you're there,
mm-hmm.
you're gonna perform better than you did before.
because I want to take back my answer because like I work out for like confidence and self-determined and just like to build muscle and feel good about myself, but at the same time it's also therapy.
This
Um,
therapy is
when
free.
you when
It's
you
not free. You pay $45 or whatever, but it's like it's almost free therapy. You don't pay once a month and you're good.
Yeah, man. But yeah, it's therapy. You go through any struggle, 100 pounds is gonna be 100 pounds. Weight's still gonna be weight.
Yeah, man, and it makes you. The thing is, there's pros and cons to everything,
Yeah.
everything. And lifting, you will be stronger in some areas, but you will also be weaker in others. Your image of
Yeah.
you is going to be weaker
I feel that.
when
Yeah.
you look in the mirror, when you look at pictures. But the way you feel in the inside when you're not looking in the mirror or image is way different.
But
And
sometimes
it's something.
sometimes I was gonna say like sometimes it's happened sometimes when you look in yourself in the mirror, you look yourself in your gym, and you're like the pump's not big enough, or
It's
you don't
not.
look
It's
good.
just not.
But then like you get compliments from people being like, "Damn, you're so big," or like,
Yeah,
"Oh
but
wow."
you pass that stage. Compliments, you pass that stage. When I get a
I mean,
compliment now,
they still pick me up. Like it's not like the biggest thing in the world to me anymore, but they still pick me up if I get them.
no, they pick you up, man. That's what that's what I always say. Be nice to people, man. You never know, right? You never know. You never know.
Yeah.
How much one word, like couple words, can like change that person's mood
Hmm.
in the moment, and that moment could be the most important moment in the day.
Yeah.
You walk by somebody head down. Good morning.
Uh,
You never know how good that's gonna be to them.
Honestly,
No.
I love doing it. I love walking around down the street and just like, I don't know. I feel like people think like, oh, this is just like a young, teenage douchebag or whatever. And I'm just like, hey, good morning, sir. And they're like, oh, wow, what a nice guy, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like many people, like even people like a Trent that I talked to that I became closer with, they said when I
Mhm.
first saw you in the gym, you were so intimidating. You're so that. I'm like, who, me?
Yeah,
Me?
yeah.
I'm not like that. Once you get to know me, you know that the gym is just a big part of my life, but it's not everything. It's not
No, yeah.
everything, man. You know what I
That,
mean?
that
It's
that's
just
also happened to, at like parties or social events or whatever. People would come up to me and I would start talking to them and then all of a sudden they'd be like, oh shit, I thought you were gonna be like this big douchebag, man. Right?
Mhm.
You
Yeah,
know?
it's it's a terrible reality, but
Mhm.
I wouldn't change it for anything. I
No,
don't
yeah.
care what people think because before I started lifting, the way I thought people looked at me was not the way I wanted to be looked at.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and as you get older, you care what people think to a certain degree.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It comes by and goes away.
Like
It
I
doesn't
think
stick with you anymore.
Yeah, like I think I've stopped caring about what other people think, and some of my best workouts have been when like I put my phone down and I've stopped answering snaps and like I've stopped caring
Hmm.
what like how I look in like to myself or whatever. If I just push
Hmm.
myself for like this hour and a half, like I'll be blessed, you know?
Sometimes I don't even take off my sweater anymore. Sometimes I keep my long sleeve on, right? There's some days like that. Every day is a different day.
Hmm.
Every day you're gonna feel different emotion. If
Yeah.
if you're healing from something, if you've hurt, including like if you hurt your arm, right?
Hmm.
You'll never know. Like one day you just wake up and it doesn't hurt. You don't
Yeah.
remember the healing process. You don't remember it. It just healed.
Hmm.
It's weird thinking like that. Same thing. If you say you're mentally like ill for whatever reason and you're healing from it, you're going to a doctor or whatever. One day you're just gonna wake up and be like, "Whoa,
You feel better. It's
did
a
I
slow
even go through
process.
this pain?" It's a process.
It's just like the same as like I don't know, waking up and same thing as like gym goals, waking up and you have abs all of a sudden, or you got like pecs or whatever, and you
Yeah,
got like
like
these.
you don't notice it till that day. It's like, whoa, where
Yeah.
did it come from? It's a cool thing.
Sometimes
It's a
one of
cool
the
thing.
best things was like when I had a stringer and like how like the stringers you have like the trap and it doesn't like
Hmm.
come down. That was like one of the best ones when I was like my traps are like big enough and like the stringer.
Hmm.
You know what I'm talking about when the stringer doesn't touch your shoulder.
Touch, yeah, it doesn't touch right here and then it just goes straight
Yeah,
down.
yeah, it goes through. Like, I don't know how I got there. I can't tell you. I mean,
Exactly.
maybe I
Even
could,
that, like
but like, I don't remember all the steps.
you don't. It just happens. You just notice it. It's because you're so critical of yourself. You look at other things, right? You look,
Mhm.
how big is it? How lean is it? How
Yeah.
whatever is it? Like if you know me, I'm not the strongest guy in the gym. I'm not, and I don't care. I don't go to the gym to be strong.
We need
You know what
Kenny
I'm
on.
saying? That's not my, huh?
We need Kenny on here. He's the strongest guy I know.
Yeah, exactly. But if I really wanted to get strong, I could get strong.
Hmm.
It's all mindset. But that's not my goal. When I go to
Yeah.
the gym, my goal is to look good, feel good. Lifting heavy is gonna make me feel good, but not look good in my opinion. Because I'm gonna have to
Mm-hmm.
sacrifice the leanness that I want. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I want to go in a room and not have to introduce myself. I've heard that quote. I don't want to introduce myself. I'm that guy.
Yep.
And that sounds cocky or whatever, but that's how I want to be. And if you don't respect
Yeah.
that, good for you. You can go do your thing.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? But if you have to go to the room and you're shy, you're looking down, and you don't even want to introduce yourself, you gotta
You already
change, my
lost the
friend.
battle. Yeah, you lost the
Yeah,
battle.
you already lost. This is survival. It's not just I don't know how to explain it, man. It's
But
just
no,
mentally you
yeah.
have to be strong.
But yeah, 100%. Because I think I went through a similar thing during the pandemic too, where I had some workout equipment, but still wasn't fully like motivated to do my thing. And then even just like the changes in my body, like it was just like, ah, shit. I felt like I was at a pretty high point, and now I'm probably like one of my lowest points. So then,
Lowest,
yeah,
yeah.
when the gyms opened back up, it went through like kind of that self healing process or mental illness of just like not feeling the most confident, not feeling like the most badass. But then working back to get to the point where you have that.
And now you don't even remember it.
Yeah, yeah. It's just you fall
Hmm.
into a good routine, and then you're just like, yeah, I'm back.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah,
So yeah,
exactly.
So yeah, no, I think that was a good episode. I think that was a good first intro.
This
We
is
we
just
went,
an intro.
we went a
A
little
little
deep.
something, something. A little something,
We
something.
went a little deep, but I think that's the
That's
point of
okay.
this pod. I think that's the
Yeah.
point of this podcast is we're beyond, like, the gym's a big part of our life, but we're beyond of like what you see on like the surface, or what you see.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And for all the guys that that lift. If you're
Yeah.
listening, if you're watching, keep lifting because it
No,
doesn't
yeah.
matter. You need to get bigger and stronger. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta flex some days.
And honestly,
You gotta
sometimes
flex
even
some
though
days.
like we kind of talked about it as like the gym helped me go from a dark point or a low point to like a high point. The gym's also a fun ass place to be, man.
It's
You meet some
fun,
cool
man.
people. You got some fun stories,
It's like some days, yeah, it's not fun, but there's nothing that's fun every day.
No,
There's
yeah.
nothing. You know what I mean? But like when you experience what you experience in the gym, you will know why people are in love with it. You will know
Yeah.
why people go every day. You'll know why people stick to this routine. It's something that you receive what you put in. You know, you'll get a reward for what you're putting in.
Yeah.
It's
So
guaranteed. It's guaranteed.
one quick question before we end.
Mm.
Is it okay for people to approach you at the gym?
For
Oh, just in general, because I feel like sometimes people want to talk to the guys or want to talk to, just like, oh, I think I've seen him before, or he looks like a cool guy, but he's deep into his set. I don't want to disturb him or whatever.
for me, I have many people that approach me, and they've approached me in very good times and very bad times. But for me, my personality, I don't care. For me, I do not care. I respect that. But like, it's better when you approach me when I'm not doing the movement or the
Hey,
exercise.
if we don't have the 1 hour limit, you can approach me all you want, man.
Yeah, all you want. Oh yeah, that's the thing. It's like there's no time, no nothing. Come, talk to me. I'll give you my information because I want to see you change. I want to see you grow. There's gonna be a community. Like we're gonna be friends.
It's not a competition. It's not like, oh, that guy's bigger. He's a douchebag. I don't want to talk to him.
And then one day maybe we will compete. You never know, right? It's like you never know. It's competitive, and the gym is a place, like you said, not to compete. But if you never compete, you'll never change. Right? And that doesn't mean competing against somebody else. Competing with yourself, competing with whoever, just your demons, as they say. Compete.
Even like your buddies, having your buddies there to push you, like your buddies curling 40s, you're like, okay, I'm gonna grab 40s too, or something like that,
And like they'll take care of you. That sounds weird, right? But they'll take care of you. There's heavy ass weight you can't lift. They'll lift it off you. I'm telling you, it's you gotta get uncomfortable. That's all I gotta say. You just gotta push past your comfort zone.
Yeah, man, that was a good episode. That was a good intro to what we want. And then if you're a gym bro or whatever, I want to get some more gym bros on here and tell them their stories, have them tell their stories, fun, cool gym interactions, and just like, I guess, just like get gym bros out of that bad rap of, oh, they're just douchebags that like to lift a lot or whatever. We're not. I think we're low key one of the sensitive people around,
They are. Yeah, it's cause like they go through so much. They don't feel appreciated majority of the time. But you can't feel that. You chose this. You chose to pick this lifestyle. You chose to get this tired, to go through this pain. Nobody told you to. So you can't expect anything from anybody.
No,
you know
100%.
what I mean? So you should be proud of yourself, and that will go a long way. 100%.
100. All right, cool. That was a good first episode. This was the average bro.
Yes, sir.
And
yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll hit up episodes later.
Oh yes, sir. All right, man. It's good talking to you.
Easy.
Easy, man.